Welcome everybody back to another Bullcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Hunter x Hunter episode 110. Hunter x Hunter episode 110. Leave a like and subscribe. We are getting into this. They have exited the portal. And
no more planning. They're just going straight in there.
They're scouting everything out. Pouf is hypnotizing the crowd, which is actually a good thing for them because then they don't have to worry about panicking or crowd control or holding people hostage or anything like that. These people will just be like zombies standing there for the next however long it takes for the shit to go down. Leave a like and subscribe. Check out Patreon to get a month ahead, roughly 20 episodes at this point for this show, and head on many other shows. Hope you enjoy. Let's go.
宮殿に向かって近い方から順に出口も玉座の間に向かって近くなっている。
OK、満場一致だな。全員近い出口。中央大階段横から突入する。
They're bursting into this bitch.
Yeah. I guess you might as well.
Yeah. Confusion X and X expectation.
Expectation? Get it? I almost completely forgot about her. That ant's kind of cute.
Sad?
Freaking out.
Oh, as a foreigner, she can't blend in with other citizens. I guess Palm is canonically white or something?
Oh, she was wearing like blue contacts and had light hair.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. The signal messes with their telepathy.
Oh no. I wonder where she is and how she got away before.
Yeah, if they don't know where she is, what the hell happened?
And they think that he's in there right now.
Must be deeper within, yeah, because they have no idea about the portal, and they would be caught by the Nen, or by the N. I love that the guy who got killed was named Target. Ooh.
Shit.
I wonder if he created the portal where where the blood is, if the blood would get transported too. And I guess not, because otherwise he would do that.
Yeah. No, don't ask him.
The same place as Bizef's woman.
What? No, it said that this comes before that.
Oh,
so
okay, sorry.
He's not focusing on getting Palm.
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't know that Palm got... If they don't know what happened to Palm, they would know that Palm got, like, caught, or the last we saw her, she was where the portal was. By the thing. That's what she sees, or what she envisions.
That's so sad. That's so depressing.
Whoa. He's been up there contemplating his existence for the last 6 hours. A nameless king in a borrowed castle.
Yeah. It's like, what's the
What's
point?
the point of this? Does the king just laugh to himself and then jump off the roof?
Imagine if you just killed him, made everyone's job so much easier. Only has 2 guards. Oh. He just feels like so trapped and so watched and everything.
He's like our belliest teenager right now. Like, get off my back! Unless you knew where he was, like you'd need to constantly be like pinging where he is.
Yeah. Outside the whole palace.
If they were inside, they would have got inside when you ripped your fucking arm off and then I had to heal you.
Yeah.
In other words, Your Majesty, this is a lot more complicated, and the whole point is security. That's the thing too, it's like, it doesn't matter, because he's the king.
Yeah.
Like, what, are they gonna get the jump on him? Like, that's his thinking. It's like, so, what are you're surveilling me. You're not surveilling intruders, because if intruders come in, I'll just kill them.
Yeah.
So now they're just like, well, if we can't use N, we have to like position ourselves in a
So
way.
if we can't use N, we have to stand exactly where everyone's gonna be coming
Exactly
in
where the
from.
portals would be. Like. But then you'd have to pry into his mind, and that's insulting, and if he knew, then he'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Because that's the first thing he read Pitou's mind when he was born. Welfin over here. What is up with the thongs with these ants sometimes, man? Oh, he doubled back. He thinks he doubled back. Again, like making wrong connections.
Yeah.
I love that so much when characters make wrong assumptions.
Yeah, it's good.
It's such good writing.
Oh, yeah, no.
He keeps wanting to reach out to them for like information, but if he gets the information himself, then he's the hero. But if he gives it to them, then they'll just figure it out.
ユピ殿、
あ、なんだよ。
ピトー殿がことはありますか？雨の日、そう1週間くらい前です。
なんだ、知らな。大変だったんだぞ。王様が自分で腕をちぎってよ。ピトーが間は夫婦が変わって縁をしてたけどな。
夫婦殿の縁のでしたか？
About to this spot where I'm sitting.
ピトーと同じじゃねえの？
いや違う。夫婦の縁はおそらくこの階段のあたりまで。そのオーラを見て2階に行くのは諦めた。ここまではいい。
Yeah.
If he figures it out too much, they'll be in big trouble.
周辺に潜伏しているかどうかの2点までユピーに言うべきか。いや、それは報告するならピトーがプフ、できればプフが望ましい。できるなら族の目的だけでもはっきりさせとく必要がある。結局族は運よく宮殿内まで侵入できたが、プフの縁を見てビビって帰りましたで終わっちまって、俺の勲功はゼロになる。
He needs to come to a conclusion.
こいつがもし捕まれば嘘がバレるし、かといって思わせぶりな情報だけ与えて護衛軍に無駄な労力を使わせたら俺の心象も悪くなる。
You need to come to them with an answer.
またビセフの携帯か。メーランゲット。
ってわけで族が俺の部下をさらっていった。レオールによると、そいつには集力があるらしい。おそらく女は奴らの仲間と考えていいだろう。
But they didn't teleport out together.
ああ、問題はそこだが、奴らの目的も俺が見破った。なんだ？
宮殿爆破計画。ふん、嘘。
早速護衛軍に。待て。待てるな。報告はバカラでいいだろう。そんな優秀な。冷静に立場になって考えてみろよ。爆破する王が確実に宮殿にいるとき。それはいつか。
He's out there trying to be Littlefinger moments before a giant disaster.
Yeah.
そこには500万の人間。まさに絶景。影武者だけに見せるのは惜しいと王は思う。だからこそ立つ。
敵がそう予想するのは僕自然だろ。
Why is he doing this?
I don't know.
私も何度も見ているが、あれは全く別の絵も家の快感。
開会までまだ半日以上。俺の鼻で追えば、それまでに爆弾を見つけるのはたやすい。実物を持てば護衛軍への印象がまるで違ってくる。王の恩人となれば手のひらを返すぜ。な、
確かにな。
爆弾を見つけたらすぐに連絡する。
分かった。
But there is no bomb, so what's he gonna do?
将兵性を
Is he just saying that to him to like settle him down?
Get him out of the way? I don't know.
Yeah.
着々と影の王の地位をな。
I guess if he says, like, they probably planted a bomb, causes some crazy chaos with him, then saves him from this threat, then
結構1分前にこう
he'll have control over him as the king behind the scenes or whatever the
これ
hell.
までは待機。
能力の件だが。
分かってる。息継ぎの10秒前に肩をタップだろ。そして再び息を止めると同時に痛く。
限界まで我慢しなくていいからな。むしろ余裕を持って息継ぎに専念してくれ。神の共犯者が発動し、安心して俺に任せてりゃいい。
Terrified.
無理しねえで一本吸ったらどうだ。
奴らの嗅覚をなめちゃ一発で命取りだぜ。がで追跡するのも朝飯前。1回目の息継ぎの瞬間 KO されてもいい。
ボスが突入と同時に煙幕張るから大丈夫だって。
だと排除しておきたいからよ。これないからにゃ。
They have so much stuff in there too, like snacks and everything.
Yeah.
正門の上に3匹集まって何か話し合っていた。残ってユピーが中に。プフは空中散布に戻ったから特別な何かが起きたわけではない。
Oh boy!
また動き。
Oh, okay. I thought they were just
You know,
going.
he-
ああ、
I thought he was just unlocking it for them.
宮殿にいないってパターンはほぼまだ完全にじゃないんだ。
Like they open the bag like that.
これは言い過ぎ。この場合に気持ちを備えてねえとまだ動かねえぞ。
He's still hung up on all this shit.
Yeah.
They still don't know why all that stuff went down.
そう思ったら入れとけって。あんな場合やこんな場合は
なぜこの土壇場で揉めることができる
Again, like dispute at the last second, just like
女だな。王の目的の一つが繁殖だろ。宮殿内で王が何やってんの。子作り。これで決まりだ。
なるほど。
you're like so close.
王が護衛軍を進出の性もあるにはあるっすね。もしかしたらリゼフが女性したのは王のためかも。
Palm and the king.
パームが王と計画に変更がない。仮にパームがどんな状況にいようとだ。
ゴンは分かってねえだろうね。
Do you remember that in the hunter exam when Leorio like wanted to grab that girl's boobs or whatever, like see her boobs with the rock paper scissors match, and then Gon was just like, I don't understand, and then Killua like told him.
Yeah.
規定外の状況。
Gon doesn't know about sex.
まだ何か引っかかってる。
I've got a bad feeling about
パ
this.
ームのことはどんな場面でもピトを一匹に集中しろよ。
Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
かかってるけど置いといて第三者の存在ってのはいい線だと思う。
Third party.
この気持ちもやもやの答えがある気がする。
It's just an unknown.
なんで自分
It's such an unknown variable because it means so much to the king. But it's not something they can exploit, or it could be something.
ああでもそれ以外考えられないってのは認めただろう。
矛盾してるぞ。さっき想定外の状況はあるって言ったろうが。その理論から言えば、ピトーが縁を取り俺たちの予想外のことかもしれないだろう。
そりゃ分かってるよ。でも引っかかるんだ。
突入3分前
3 minutes left to go.
あると思うんだ
It's like Kilo's bringing up so many good points, but it's like,
At some point, you
what are
need
you
to
gonna
let it
do
go.
about it?
It's like working on something, like working on a project or something. At some point, you need to stop like stressing about it and just like put it out there.
自分が許せない時。
自分を許せないときは妥当な推理。しかしそこから導き出される
Oh, why would you hurt yourself when I
Yeah.
couldn't forgive myself?
ではなく誇りを持つ為政者。確かに。
Again, that like
プライドを守るために
overlap with Gon and the king.
だとする。俺の経験上、そういう奴は意にそがぬ説得には決して応じない。トップが折れない限り、護衛軍もまた同じ。戦闘以外の選択はないと覚悟していけよ。
ちょっとな。でも違う。王の自傷行為、三者の存在。この過程から紡がれる正解がまだ
Yeah.
出ていない。
You're not
He's
quite.
wrong because if he's not willing to compromise, then what's going on with you know?
Yeah.
But they don't know.
俺たちの計画をすべて狂わせそうな。
突入の1分前。
Oh Jesus!
集まってくれ。
Dun, dun,
時
dun,
間
dun,
がない。
dun, 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 dun.
Oh my god.
Bum, bum.
Just
They got
looking at
Flutter's
that guy.
10秒前からカウント。行くぞお前ら。荒くくれよ。
Do you remember Ikalgo's ability? He's a parasite.
Oh,
He took control of Flutter's body.
interesting. Does that mean he's still alive like before, or did they kill him and then he took him over? Wasn't sure because he was alive before when Lael was using his ability because the person had to be alive for him to
Did
be
they?
Yeah.
Was that part of it?
Yeah, they have to be alive. That's how he was like, oh, I can see he's still available. That means he's alive, but probably unconscious somewhere. And then he used his ability.
Oh, maybe he's still alive. I don't know. What'd you think of that shit?
It's just so not aggravating, but it's so suspenseful.
It's very
just like
suspenseful. 2 episodes in a row of just planning.
they're just and like killua keeps being like, guys, I just feel like something bad. It's something, we're missing something that's like crucial to this.
Yeah.
And it's like we were talking about. It's like at some point you just have to be like, okay, we don't know and we're not going to figure it out. So let's just go with the plan. But at the same time,
But every time they talk about it, they get closer and closer to the truth.
That's the other thing. But then at the same time, everyone's just like, it's like Killua, he like just has this gut instinct that there's something going on that if they knew about it could change their entire game, or the fact that they don't know about it is gonna ruin everything.
Mm-hmm. And it's because of his training, right? Like,
yeah,
like with his brother teaching him.
That's the thing. It's like he has gone on lots of missions just like this.
Yeah.
Obviously lower stakes and against weaker enemies, but like this is kind of his element, is like, you know, waiting and then going to assassinate someone. This is his entire thing. And so him just like his experience just feeling when like, yeah, this is not gonna be the day for me, and how normally he would do it would be to put it off, because it's not.
If it's not the right time, then it's not the right time. And if we don't have all the information, then we can't anticipate it. And if it's not 100% victory, you don't do it. That's what his brother said. And yeah, and he just came off a mission where they didn't have all the information, and they didn't plan for every outcome. And then look what happened. Kite died, and he had to knock out Gun and run the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
So like, you know, he's just coming off of off of this journey where he took a back seat. Like in your canoe, he was very involved in like helping plan everything, and things mostly worked out pretty well. Like they did get captured, but you know, they were able to escape, and they played their hand well in every situation. And they were able to be offensive when they like were in the hotel with the Phantom Troop, and like when the lights went out, and they played their cards right, because Killua is really good at this type of thing. And then he took a back seat for the start of the Chimera Antarc, following Gon, and Gon's following Kite, and doing his best to like support in a more support role, and again staying in his lane, but not, you know, being the IGL, so to speak, the in-game leader, not being the one calling the shots.
But then it's hard in a situation like this where it's like there is no other option. You can't put it off. But at the same time, it's like something is like, you feel like it's just such a bad idea to go in there without knowing this thing that's just like eating you alive, and like everyone's kind of like yeah, they discuss it, and then they're like, oh yeah, that must mean something that has to do with this. But then it's like, that doesn't fit. Like none of these options are like the one thing, and it's like, oh yeah, I hurt myself when I couldn't forgive myself, and it's like, okay, so what's he not forgiving himself for? What is this like act that he has committed that was unforgivable, that he had to punish himself?
Yeah.
What could cause him to do that? What, like, you know what I mean? It's just like,
it's like they get closer and closer to the truth each time, but there's just not enough time to figure it out. I'm sure given some more time they could figure it out. And the thing is, also
at the same time, given more time, like things will progress with the king in either direction. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the thing, is they don't have more time, not because like if they wait, the selection will happen, and then they'll have all these soldiers.
Yeah.
All these mindless soldiers, and a bunch more food, and a bigger hold on the whole country, and able to expand and all that shit.
And I love how the king is feeling all trapped, and he's just like, oh great, so I'm the king just because, for literally no reason.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything. I'm here like supposedly the most powerful creature, but what do I have? I have a shitty castle that I didn't build. It was just here. I just came in and was like, this is mine now. And took it away from like shitty people that were like nowhere even near his power level.
And his subjects are a bunch of mindless zombies.
Yeah, and he didn't even capture them. You know, like it's not even like he like made them like that. His subordinates lured them here and then hypnotized them.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, so you're the most powerful. Okay, then what? Like, he's not the most powerful in Gungi. Yet he's so interested in pursuing that, because he doesn't need to prove to himself that he's the strongest thing in the universe. He knows that. He doesn't need to prove it. Who's he proving it to? These mindless people, his subordinates who already believe him, the other people who he's going to kill, and so it doesn't matter what they think. Like,
yeah, that's the whole thing, and that's why the game is interesting to him, because it's something
where he can improve.
Yeah, and it's something that he can actually like try at, because he doesn't need to try at any other aspect of his life. He's so powerful. Anything else that he's doing, he's not trying. He doesn't have to try to make people like him. They either already blindly serve him, or they die, or they you know, don't have a choice. So it's interesting. Yeah, and then he just feels all suffocated, like by like what you were talking about before, of like Pouf being so overbearing in like, just, you know, this is your role and this is what you're doing, and then he's just goes crazy and is like, get the fuck away from me. Yeah, like, and then it's like, oh well, we're trying to guard you. It's like, aren't I in charge of you? Like, why are you telling me?
And why do you need? What am I getting from you watching me? Like,
yeah,
if
so
I get attacked while you're watching, like, what are it like?
Are you going to be the one to do anything about it?
Or maybe you will. And if they try anything against me, what are they going to do to me? I'll just kill them. Like, if I'm that strong, I don't need you to watch me. Like, so he is feeling trapped. He is getting to this like rebellious teenager phase where he's going through this like metamorphosis and learning about himself and learning who he is, or trying to learn who he is. But he just is so, and the thing is, like, that's kind of what, like, where does this go? Where does this eventually go? Where do you think it eventually goes? This thing with the king.
I don't know. Like
given there's no attack, like where does this? He continues to play with komugi. Where do you think it goes? I
don't know, because it, like, just with him, there's like a couple of, because even at this point, I think even if he beat her, I guess it would just depend on how he was feeling at the moment. But I don't think at this point that he's capable or like wants to hurt her at all. Like,
he definitely doesn't. Like, he saved her life.
Yeah, so even if he beat her and then she was essentially useless, like, I don't think that he views her that way anymore, in that like black and white, oh, I've defeated you, you're not the best anymore, so now you're useless to me. Because it's, you know, that's not really how this is working at this point. Mm-hmm. But I'm not sure where it would go from there, because there's kind of two options, and one of them is like, she's the exception and he still never cares about anything else, and it's just him and her, and, you know, they get along, and
he feels the same way about other people, in which case, what does all of this fighting mean?
Yeah,
right?
And then it's like, that's what I'm saying, like, if there was more time, then maybe he would just become a good king.
We've seen it with multiple other ants, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he is very seemingly more similar down the track of someone like Colt, or like some of the ants that did turn out to be sympathetic, rather than like some of the ants who just like have never regarded human life in any way, like Chitu or Leol, or any of them who just like, you know, are trying to be sneaky and trying to get power.
Mm-hmm. And that's why the information of komugi is so important, and why Killua was fretting about it so much. And like, what does that do? What, like, if you apply that to Knuckle, and if you apply that to
that's what I was gonna say about Knuckle. If Knuckle,
because this is what
if Knuckle rolled in there and then the king immediately tried to protect her, then that changes the entire.
He's not just a killer. He's not just a tyrant.
Yeah, he has potential to be good to some degree.
It's not just a monster in a castle. It's not fucking King Bowser over here.
Yeah, but then at the same time, you know, the royal guards aren't just gonna be, even if the king was just like, hey guys, I don't want to take over the world anymore, I'm just gonna chill out, they'd be like, no. You know, like, even though they're in a weird position, because even though they are like meant to serve him 100%, they're meant to like serve him to the purpose of like his purpose, which is, you know,
I'm not sure how that would go,
because I guess the thing is like, when I think about with Pouf, it's like Pouf has to restrain from killing Komugi, because he views her as
a threat
to the goal, which is a threat to the king, because even to them, the king is not a person. The king is like the king. It's like what he was saying. It's like, they're like, oh, it doesn't matter what your name is. You're the king. You're a king. Like, they view the king as an idea, and like as his position, rather than as a person that has any other like, if the king starts taking on a different role, then it's like, you're not even the king anymore. You're just a fucking dude.
So you think they would like rebel against him, or just
I don't know if they would rebel against him, or just like continue to try. There's a spider up in the curtain there. Continue to try to like lead him down the path that they think is best for him, and that could result in him just like killing them if they like, because if he doesn't have a purpose to them and they're just gonna if it got to the point where they were just disagreeing with everything that he was doing and like posing a threat to the things that he now cares about, then like what need does he doesn't care about them in the way that he cares about Komugi. He's not attached to them. They're his servants. And if it gets to the point that they're just getting in his way from what he actually truly wants, then I don't see why he would want to keep them around.
What good are you to me?
Yeah.
And that's kind of where he is right now, where he's like, what good are you to me? Like, what, you're going to defend me?
Oh, you're protecting me? Oh, you're doing this? Oh, you're doing that? I don't care. Leave me alone.
You're annoying me. Yeah, that's all you do is annoy me.
You're restricting me and not letting me, do things for myself or make my own decisions. You're planning out everything, and I'm just sitting here as like a decorative thing, basically.
Yeah, because I don't know about Pitou and Youpi, but with Pouf, he's very much obsessed with like the perfection, like this perfect thing. Like he's kind of more intellectual and less instinctual about it. Like I think Pitou and Youpi on some level are more instinctual, but like Pouf in a way is like he's obsessed with like the title and everything, but like he's upset when he like tramples on this heavenly idea of this thing that he's serving. Like he's obsessed with that. That's why he's all like, it's reflected in his kind of character design too, where he plays the violin and is so like, ooh, all this stuff. Like that's what he's obsessed with. This idea of perfection and this idea of like unimpeachable pinnacle of life that he is supporting, and it's his job to foster and grow that and do whatever he can to grow that. And yeah, so in that case, that ideal means more than the awakening humanity. And yeah, that's where the sort of parent-child thing comes in of, you care more about their potential as an extension of you or your ideals than you do about them awakening as a person and choosing their own destiny, going to art school, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Instead of becoming an engineer.
That's the interesting thing with Pitou. Like, Pitou is kind of just, like, Pitou and, like, I don't really care about Youpi. Like, I don't, like, just kind of there and, like, doing whatever. It doesn't seem to, like, take offense to anything one way or another, really. Makes a suggestion, gets punched in the face, and then just goes along with what the king says. And that's kind of the same with Pitou as well, where it's just, like, sure, I'm gonna argue about it, but like I'm not gonna take it too personally. I'm concerned, but I'm not gonna cry and play my violin and like flail around.
Yeah. Pitou's a little bit more mindless than Youpi. We haven't really seen anything about him.
The thing with Pitou is interesting because Pitou actually does have interests outside of the king. Like, Pitou enjoys a fight and takes pleasure in fighting someone strong, and like that aspect of the job, rather than like, grooming and caring for the king and, raising him up. It's like, if something it's like, and that's like with the N as well. It's like having this N that like, makes you aware of something even if it's far away, so that you can go and like do that like long range immediate attack at something else. It like lends itself to that personality as well, of like wanting a fight and wanting to like be able to go after something.
This sort of predator instinct. It's good episode, I suppose. And then we got the little
that wolf dude that's just
Welfin, who's like trying to be Littlefinger and is just it's crazy too, because if he told fucking Youpi right there, this could have been a different situation, but he's so obsessed with elevating himself, again, very against like his nature as an ant. If he told Youpi his suspicions and everything there and made a compelling case, he could have possibly changed the outcome of this invasion, but he didn't, and it could have who knows how it could have changed it, but it would have changed.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm just thinking about like the three royal guards again, how we were talking about how Pitou is like kind of like a long range, very like ready to defend and ready to fight anything, like very physical threat that can like detect things and like can like go off and like deal with something. And then Pouf is like, I will stay close to I'm the perfect person for this job of staying close to the king and like watching him and, you know, being right there in case anything happens and keeping an eye on him and like, and then Youpi is like kind of in the middle and very versatile and just like, yeah, I'll stand by these stairs and like just kind of be here in case anything happens. And it's just interesting because it's like reflected in kind of their designs and the way they behave and like everything about them is like they kind of just fall into their roles so perfectly.
Yeah.
Because Youpi can like literally kind of shapeshift-ish, like, you know, make these wings and like just kind of do whatever the situation calls for.
Yeah.
But doesn't have like this, you know, long range thing where he can detect anything and is like very physically imposing, so he can't like hide or, you know, be stealthy really. He's just kind of there. And so it's just interesting as I don't know, I just thought of that and it's kind of interesting how they like serve their own purpose is reflected in their design and their personality.
Yeah, it's cool. Alrighty, we're moving right along. Get hype, everybody. Leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one, Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.